In this session, we are discussing access list. Access list is basically used in network for two purposes: to filter traffic and to identify traffic. So here, access list is used for security purpose. So basically, what is access list? A set of rules which is basically organized into one table. So each rule is a one line that we are writing in access list with the condition either you need to permit traffic or you need to deny that traffic. So that's access list. So access list applied in a two-way. Either you can apply inbound or outbound. Inbound, that means packet which received on that interface at that time, it basically go through that access list. And outbound, that means a packet when going out from that interface at that time checked by that access list. Now there is one more thing over here, that the access list is applied on per interfaces, per protocol and per direction. Access list have two types: numbered access list and named access list. The numbered access lists are broken down again into two, that is extended access list and standard access list. Same name is also divided into two: standard access list and extended access list. So here from 1 to 99, that is access list number, is a range of standard access list. 100 to 199 is a range of IP extended access list, and 1300 to 1999 is a standard access list number, and 2000 to 2699 is also used as an extended access list. And apart from this, all remaining numbers are used for different protocols. So here that individual line is never removed from number access list. So if you are using number access list, you can't remove the single line from in between. So you need to remove entire access list. You need to make changes in that access list and you can apply the entire access list again. But you can't change one line. The user defined name is used for name access list. So you can give name according to your purpose. All new entries are still added at the bottom of access list. So here there are named access lists, and named access lists have two types, that is extended IP access list and standard access list. Now we will discuss standard access list, and it is a numbered access list right now we are discussing. So what is the syntax of numbered standard access list? So as I told you, the access list as basically standard is from range 1 to 99. In global configuration mode, you have to write access list from number from 1 to 99. After that, either you want to deny or permit the traffic. According to that, you need to write permit or deny, and then you need to write source and the wildcard mask. And log is optional. So if you want to maintain log, then you can write at last log, log. So standard IP access list is based on basically source. Standard IP access list based upon a source host or network IP address, and basically it is placed near to destination. So here we are considering one example, and we will do that same practical over here too. So consider the following example. In that we need to block 192.168.10.0 network from accessing 192.168.30.0. So here, as in this figure, we want to restrict this traffic, that is 192.168.10.0, to reach over here, that is 192.168.30.0. As we had discussed, we need to configure that to nearby destination. So here the destination is over here, so that's why we will configure that on R2. So On R2 we need to write access list, and access list number here I had considered 10. Deny, we need to deny this traffic, that is 192.168.10.0 traffic, and the wildcard mask of that. So here I have taken /24, so that's why wildcard mask is 0.0.0.255. And in the next line I have written access list 10 permit any. Now how to apply this access list? So we are applying access list by basically you need to go to an interface, that is I go on interface, that is interface G0/0, that's over here. On that interface you have to write IP access group 10 is an access list number, and it is basically applied on inbound traffic. That means when particular traffic comes to this interface, at that time it will check this access list. If you want to check this configuration, you can go through this command, that is show IP access list, and to view that interface you can write show IP interface or show running config. And if we are discussing a named access list, so named access list is same like number access list, but little bit changes are over here. As I had written over that access list 10, from the number we can easily identify that it is a standard access list. But here in named access list we are writing IP access list and standard. Standard is specified that it is a standard access list. There we had just considered only that it is a 10. So from 10 we can see that it's standard access list. So here I write next command, that is deny 192.168.10.0 and wildcard mask and permit any. So here we are in the standard access list configuration part, and you need to do exit. Now how we apply this named access list? So interface G0/0, you have to write IP access group. Instead of number we are writing this name, that is given by us, test, and it is inbound. So it is same like that numbered access list, but instead of number here we are writing name. Now here we will configure access list, that is standard access list we had discussed recently. So here I had taken this topology in that this is a 10 network, 20.0 network and 192.168.30.0 network. So we want to deny this traffic to reach over here. So if we will do that thing right now, so if we will ping 192.168.30.1 right now, so here we are getting reachability, so we can reach easily on 30th network. But if we will configure access list, we just want to deny this traffic to reach over here. So we will just go through this particular R2 because the source is here, and that's why we just configure our access list nearby source. So we will just configure that on R2. So on global configuration mode, you need to write access list 10, it is a standard access list, deny 192.168.10.0 network, and wildcard mask of that network is 0.0.0.255. And next we need to permit other traffic. That's why access list 10 permit any except 10.0. Now if you want to apply this access list, you need to go to a particular interface. Interface G0/0 is this interface. We are basically configuring inbound accesses. That's why we are going on that particular interface. So on interface you need to write IP access group 10 in. So now we will check this, it is applied or not. So if you want to check this IP access list, you can write show access list. So it is written over here standard access list 10 and deny and permit any, that is 2 matches are there. And you can see this thing on a show running configuration too. So it's over here. So now we will check by ping command. As we had checked it before configuration, it was reachable. Now we will try to ping that again. So it is unreachable because we had configured that thing on this interface, that is access list is checked by this particular IP on this interface, that is interface G0/0. That's why it is unreachable. Next we will discuss extended IP access list. It's little bit different from standard access list. It is a source and destination based access list, as well as there are more facility available in extended access list, like you can deny traffic on port basis as well as protocol basis. So syntax is access list, then number, either you want to permit or deny that traffic, and a particular protocol, that's a source address, wildcard mask, as well as after that destination wildcard mask, and port, and you can also generate here logs too. It is based on source, destination IP address as well as TCP and UDP port number. And as we had placed our standard access list nearby destination, so here extended access list is placed or configured nearby source. So we are configuring same topology, but here we had taken different scenario. So assume there is a file server on 192.168.10.0 in this network, and here there are number of hosts. So what we want to do, that we just want to block that 30.0 network traffic from here to reach up to here, but we just want to allow only traffic of FTP, because here we have placed FTP server. So FTP traffic is only allowed. Apart from that, all traffic should be denied. So you need to write access list, and you need to consider that is access list number, that is 101, permit TCP, that is this network, that is 30.0, wildcard mask is that this source, and the host is 192.168.10.2 equal to 21 is a port of FTP. So here we had allow and we had permit only FTP traffic. After that, in the next line we had written access list 100 deny IP of this network, that is 192.168.30.0 to reach this network. That means apart from FTP, all other traffic will be denied. And access list last access list 101 permit IP any. Apart from that, all traffic is allowed except from this network. Now if you want to apply that particular access list on interface, then you can write interface J0/0 IP access group 101 in. So next we will discuss that same scenario in the named access list. So instead of a particular number, here you need to write on global configuration, you need to write IP access list extended and the name of that extended access list. And same command, but you need to start from permit TCP, that is 30.0, host is 10.2 equal to 21. So it will allow this traffic, that is FTP traffic. Apart from that, it deny all other traffic, and apart from this particular network, it allow other network. So and you need to go to a global configuration mode, and at that you have to apply IP access group, name of that particular access list, test in. So now we will discuss extended access list in this particular practical. So as we had discussed here, we had assumed that is a FTP server and we want to block this traffic to reach over here. So we are basically configuring it to a nearby destination. That's why we configure that access list on router 1. So enable config terminal, and here you need to write access list 101 permit TCP. What we are permitting? Traffic 192.168.30.0, wildcard mask is 0.0.0.255 to host 192.168.10.2 equal to 21. So it will allow that traffic, that is FTP traffic, to reach from 30th network to 10th network or this particular IP. So now next is we want to deny access list 101 deny IP 192.168.30.0 0.0.0.0.255 to network 192.168.10.0 to and the wildcard mask of that particular network. So here we had given that the access list 101 deny IP 168, that means it deny all other traffic except FTP. Now access list 101 permit IP any, so it will allow any other traffic. Now if you want to apply that traffic, you need to go to interface G0/0 IP access group 101. So it will basically apply that access list on a particular interface on inbound traffic. So we will check over here, show IP access list. So as we can see over here, it is extended IP access list, and it is written over here that we had applied this thing. So now if you want to see that thing in a running configuration, you can check show run. So over here you can also see this over here. Now if we ping this particular network from here, so that is ping 192.168.20.1. so it is reachable traffic, so it is unreachable. We can't reach from this network to that network because it is rejected by 20.1, because we had applied our access list on that interface, that is 192.168.20.1. Now we will discuss the different operators that we can use. Like we had used EQ, that is equal to 21. We had did that thing in a previous example. But apart from that, we can also use the other operators too, like GT, that is greater than, LT, that is less than a port number, not equal to if you don't want to match that particular port, and a range. What you want to specify a particular range, then you can use it like this. So here I had taken access list 101 permit TCP any to host this from range 21 to 23. So 21 and 22 is FTP and 23 is a telnet. So it allowed FTP and telnet. So next, about logging. As we had discussed, you can generate or you can keep that logs. If you want to keep track of number of packets that is permitted, denied by each line on access list, then there is an built-in facility available of logging. When you are giving a particular command, after that the end of that command you can write log. So it will keep that log for you. So this is today's discussion about an access list.